Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to another video here on the channel. Do you know what, it's a bit of a weird time, like the days between now and Friday when we find out what's actually going to be happening, what Kabam are actually going to improve with MCOC, are they going to improve anything, what new content's coming for March, is it going to be a bit of a Dullsville, and that's something that we just got like so many things that have gone, live, we've got, or not live. We've got, what is it? Epic of Pain has gone live in the game. There's, well, Epic of Pain's in the game and causing a pain. There's a lot of things going on at the moment, isn't there, when it comes to MCOC? But also there isn't. As I said on Sunday's video, a lot of the time there doesn't feel like there's anything that's for the casual player or the kind of like low investment player into the game to get something out of it. For me, I'm frantically out there grabbing units, investing it into Epic of Pain, and I'm doing one time round on a Sunday because that's when I got the time to sit down and actually play for about 3 hours and do a bit of content like that, because it requires just so much concentration. Anyway, this video is not about that, but I am hoping for some decent stuff and announcements on Friday. But one thing I will be talking about now is the excitement around Bastion, which you can see in the background, and Jean Grey, who you can see there, who seems to, I don't know, like, it's like her knees are kind of like coming to the center and the legs are, it's an odd position. Maybe she's actually floating up whilst doing the actions, I'd assume. Let's get a bit of I'm going to go with she's floating. Yes. Because the legs up there. I don't know how Kabam have like done this, but she's there like, it's meant to be action pose. She's doing some kind of like, I don't know, telekinesis stuff. Anyway, it's good to see that that's now been confirmed. Jean Grey and Bastion confirmed for March-based champions. It's pretty much a given one because Kabam kind of like gave the indication it would be that. And this is like, I mean, is it old news? It's kind of old news. We knew we were going to get the champion as Jean Grey was leaked. But also the summit. The more that I'm hearing more about what went on at the Summoner Summit, I feel that there was more revealed that maybe people were under NDA on. Like maybe the people that went to the Summoner Summit knew that some of these champions were going to be released. It definitely felt like people were indicating, because some people were saying, or one person in particular, as we featured, said that they got to play Arnim Zola back when they went to the summit. So maybe there's a lot of stuff that was revealed. And I think Epic of Pain, we found out was actually being pre-revealed in any case, because I think Metal Sonic Dude kind of put out a statement to say, look, I knew about the character. I don't think anybody really cares that MSD got to play the champion first. It means nothing. It does. Like if you're getting peed off about that, I mean, I'm not. I don't think anybody would be. It's a very difficult fight, and he plays incredibly well when it comes to the game. I don't think anybody really like needed to kind of. I don't think he needed to apologise or kind of set the record straight with stuff. But it is what it is. Anyway, back to some just kind of like coverage and stuff. Summoner Sigil. Okay, as I said, we're scraping a barrel for any kind of like anything interesting going on in MCOC at the moment, and yeah, Summoner Sigil. Compensation for that went out. Shout out to I just remember the person's name. Shout out to Tim. Thank you very much for sending through the image of this right here with the compensation package. It's not a compensation package. It's more of a what is it? What we've got? This is the early adopter. The early adopter freebies. It's a bit of a nothing, to be honest, for this. Should there be compensation? Debatable, especially because people are very indifferent on how they see the changes for the Summoner Sigil in general. Some people like it. Some people some people are happy with it, especially for the trade in alliance. Also for the extent of getting Sigil credits back. Again, it is very much like indifferent. I think last time when I checked in this one, people were, just a little bit indifferent on how they felt that was good or bad. And I never can find an exact kind of thought process or sentiment is the correct word, sentiment from the community as to like how they feel about it if you are purchasing. As someone that doesn't spend on it, like trying to get an idea of like, I think this is the point. At the end of the day, 455 units and Arena Express are good enough value to make everything else a little bit more of a bonus. The Sean Connery. The adjustments that they made are definitely a step in the right direction, but the Sigil credit store is still a disaster and needs rework, but progress is good. And I guess that's it. That we keep coming back to that. The Sigil credit value, the Sigil credit volume you get. Those are kind of the differing issues that players are experiencing at the moment, what they feel is right or wrong about this. And look, it ticks some boxes here for one person, but it doesn't in another case of things. So yeah, it's a bit of a, and that these rewards will actually become outdated for certain progressions within, well, by the end of the year. So therefore, they've got to buff the Sigil store again. So I don't know if like you have to kind of like Kabam have to keep like looking at this stuff, because if they added a new progression, which is highly likely, because at this moment in time, to get to get to what would be to get to the next progression, you would have to have X amount of rank 4 7 stars. So the next stage, if that is how Kabam want to pitch it, and that may have to be something like, oh, you 100% Act 9, so to speak, and have 3 rank 4 7 stars. For me, I'm working towards my first one, and then it will be to do Necropolis, the last 2 Karina's challenges for that, to get 1 tier 7 basic. But if the content comes out and I'm like, I don't really need to, I might be best off going a different direction. Because do bear this in mind, 20,000 units is how much Kabam they're valuing, not babbling, valuing the tier 7 basic based on the love deals. I'm not being funny, but I ain't going to spend 20,000 units. I'll probably spend 10,000 units total to 100% Epic of Pain, right? I could then spend, I think, a further probably 4,000 units and finish up my Necropolis Karinas. So therefore, I'd have 6,000 units in the bag, technically, if I was to then refarm it to then go back in again. So you've got to have a look at the future of MCOC, and there's always a big, worry with stuff with how Kabam are pitching things and going. There's the potion bundle or weekly bundle. You can see there with the potions and other things that are in there. Yeah. So it's a thing, isn't it? And well, I don't know when you'll get your refresh of it. I mean, it's not really my kind of like area. Anyway, that was a little bit of Sigil, a little bit of good news for Jean Grey and Bastion coming in. I mean, Jean Grey, I am so looking forward to this champion. I don't know times. I'm gonna have to try and find some time to play the champion when I get the CCP access. But it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. And I don't know if people... I don't know. I'm surprised with some people spending their champion ticket, because, of course, that costs a lot, that 2025 champion ticket. Are some champions coming in that aren't going to be as good? Is Jean Grey going to be good? Is there going to be a lot of expectations on Jean Grey? We'll get to see a little bit in action, I would say, on Thursday, but we'll get the full deep dive of that on the weekend. And I'll be doing a deep dive as well. Both characters I'm looking forward to seeing and what they can do. I'm hoping Bastion can do a lot. And I'm also hoping that Jean Grey can do a lot. These characters should do a lot of damage in game. But we've been here before, haven't we? Where we've said, oh, these are great characters. I cannot wait for them to come in. And they haven't exactly ticked boxes the first time that they went in. And that rebalance program is something that is always a bit of a concern as to, is it right? Is it good? Is it going in the way that we'd like? And leaving some champions in a way that they'll just be ignored for months on end or years. Anyway, That's been it for the video. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully there's some interesting stuff that drops later on today. If not, I'll try and figure out some ideas, sort of content to do when I'm back from work. But have a lovely day, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.